here's another one that I've been seeing all over the place for Chinese New Year. It is a kumquat. Now, kumquats are very popular as an ornamental plant around here. They're also very, very hardy, so like you can get them, even like when the weather's not so great. It's not like a super interesting fruit in my opinion. I mean, I've had kumquats before. You can get them in the U.S. like fairly easily. So it's not something I think I would do like an episode on its own, but because I'm talking about, fruit for Chinese New Year, I thought this would be a good one to review. Now, the interesting thing with this is you're supposed to pop the whole thing in your mouth. Like, you don't eat just the inside, and actually it's kind of like reverse what you would think. The inside is very, very sour, and the outside is very, very sweet. So when you eat it together, it's actually really nice. I'm gonna kind of like put that to the test because I don't know, why not? And actually like take a bite out of the middle of it, which is something that you normally would not be doing. So here's like a cross section of it. It's not very juicy, and it also has rather large seeds. Those seeds they can range, like, that one's kind of small, but they get to the size of like an orange seed. So even though you eat the whole thing, you do need to spit those things out. So I'm gonna just take a bite out of the sour bit. Well, this might be a special variety or something, but the middle is also sweet. It's not very sour at all. And the inside is kind of like, the texture is kind of weird. It's like, got like a firm texture to it. It's not like really pulpy. It's just, yeah, it's like, it kind of feels like I'm biting into like a soft persimmon or something. It's just kind of like mushy on the inside, not what I would expect. And the rind is supposed to be sweet, so I'm just gonna eat that on its own. Also a lie, at least for these particular ones. The rind is sour on this one. It does have sweetness to it, more sweetness than you'd expect from a rind, because normally, like, if you would bite into like an orange rind, you just get like bitter and sour and kind of like gross taste. Same with like a lime or a lemon or grapefruit or anything. It's not super pleasant unless you like add sugar to it. This you don't need to. It tastes like candied orange peel, but it's not candied. So it is quite sweet, but it does have more sourness on the outside than the inside. Inside just tastes like sweetness. So I'm gonna pop an entire one, just to give the combined flavor of what it's like. It's good. It reminds me more like an orange, like a very sweet orange with like a hint of, I don't know, like peel taste. But, like if you were to bite into an orange peel, which I don't really recommend that you do, you get kind of like a citrus flavor, like an orange oil kind of flavor. That's where like orange oil comes from. But it also comes with that bitterness. This, it has that kind of like peel flavor, but without the bitterness. So, without that bitter taste, it's actually really good. I think that eating citrus peels is fine, preferably in something, like using a lemon zest or an orange peel that's been candied. Like that, there's a lot of use for that. I think you can do a lot with a peel, and instead of just like throwing it away. This kind of like just highlights like what is good about a peel. So if you eat kumquats and you like them, if you like popping the entire kumquat, then you might like to try candying orange peels and things like that. If you like that kind of flavor, then you definitely would like these. Other than that, there's not like a whole lot to say about it. I know that there's a lot of uses for this. Like you can candy them. They're good for making marmalade. There's a lot of pectin in there, so you can make marmalade pretty easily out of it. You can make like tea. You can use it in drinks. I don't drink, but I know that this is like a popular thing for people to put into like cocktails. I think kumquats have a lot to offer. It reminds me of eating like an orange. It's got like the inside tastes kind of like an orange, the outside tastes kind of like an orange rind, but like a candied orange rind. And when you put those together, it's pretty good. So if you have never had a kumquat before, check them out. They're pretty easy to find at supermarkets. So I would highly recommend them.